How's it going, everyone? My name is Chadwin Bartley, and this is Becoming with the Brampton Entrepreneurship Centre. So my name is Chadwin Bartley from the city of Brampton, Flower City, and I am the founder and I guess now CEO of ChairLinks Inc., which is a mobile platform that helps barbers and hairstylists find remote work opportunities. So if you're looking to work in another country, come onto our platform and we find vacant chairs for you to work at. We started downtown Brampton at 48 Main Street North, and we spent 6.5, 7 years there. But after COVID, a lot of things just got kiboshed. You're now not in control of your career, especially as a barber hairstylist. They were the first ones to get shut down. So I thought, I don't want to go through another COVID situation where I had to be at the shop. In which case, I don't know how long I'm going to be closed. I don't know if I'm ever going to be open again, and how much money am I going to lose, and do I have enough savings to allow me to live through another extended lockdown. So I was like, you know what, I'm done with barbershops. I'm just going to do something corporate within the barbering industry. So as I started going through my thoughts on what can I do? Because I spent 10 years and I've accumulated countless amounts of clients. I can't just lose that for nothing. How do I solve that problem? One of the biggest issues I've had owning a barbershop was there's always a vacant chair available. So I thought, why can't I just take my clients, go around the city and cut hair at vacant chairs in barbershops? I know they're out there. I don't have to have any overhead. I don't have to own a shop. I could keep my clients and I could actually move closer to them depending on what part of the city I'm at that day or that weekend, right? So I thought, let me search up and see if there's anything out there that could help me with this. There was nothing. Thought of the idea, but didn't implement it. So did the safe route and opened up another shop, which ultimately turned into the school, Bartley Skills, because we decided to actually go and build ChairLinks, the app, because it kept coming up over and over again in thought, in idea, in need. So we decided, you know what, let's incrementally develop this idea and let's see where it could take us. And it's taken us on a beautiful journey so far. Exhilarating. Sports, I'm an athlete. Beauty, I'm a barber. I'm a fan. At every turn, you're doing something that you love and your heart just starts to race, and it happened. It gave us the validation on a corporate level at the peak, pretty much, of basketball in Canada. It gave us credibility. It gave us visibility. It gave us network with athletes who are ultimately going to be professional and pros all over the world. It gave us an injection of life. Even though you're growing, it gave you more to look forward to. So ultimately, they gave us a platform to launch out from and to be seen. And so when you're talking to investors, you could say validated by Canada Basketball, worked at Canada Basketball. It done everything. So the connections that I made weren't on an account of ChairLinks. These are relationships that started 5, 6, 7 years prior to starting ChairLinks. It's on an account of the work that was put in before as a barber, the commitment as a barber to keeping relationships, keeping commitments, keeping a schedule, keeping a work ethic, keeping a standard. And so people start gravitating towards you, and then you start having clients who are now in the NBA, but you met them when they were kids, and their parents ultimately became also influential. And now you can make phone calls because they've known you for a long time, and that's how you get into a Canada Basketball situation or a BioSteel situation. Not because I started this great idea at ChairLinks, but because we started this great business, CB Squared, my wife and I, 8, 9 years ago, and we treated people with dignity and love and care. Ultimately, these relationships spawned from how we treated people in our initial startups and how we maintain relationships throughout that course of time. Well, for ChairLinks, the ultimate goal and success looks like employment. People have another option within their career of working where they could pivot to something else outside of the barbershop or the salon. Success looks like people being able to explore every aspect of their creativity using a platform like this to travel, to explore, to network, to meet new people. Success looks like someone copying me and going out there and doing something greater because something as simple as this worked. So therefore, whatever their idea is could work too. Let's not get this twisted. I'm not the first person to ever open a barbershop, in which case I mimic someone. I'm not the first person to create an app that sources and schedules, and probably won't be the last. We take the recipe, we take the idea, and we spin and we continue to evolve it. And there's nothing wrong with that. Mimic it, like go steal it, add to it. Success overall looks like people doing that, building on it, enjoying it, people being able to buy homes, cars for their families, investors being successful and pouring back into the barbering community to do more things for the community. So before I got into the hair industry and beauty industry, I was an artist manager. Once we pivoted away from the music industry, I started working warehouse jobs. I had nothing else to do. My whole life hinged on this music thing. I didn't go to school. I didn't go to have a college degree. I didn't have nothing. I just hinged it on, I'm gonna do great things in the music industry. Ultimately, like my wife, Camile, now, she's a hairdresser. Through just advice from our parents, she said, why don't you just go in there and like help your wife with business? So with marketing Camile, branding Camile, she got really busy. I thought, like, wait a minute, we're newly married. I'm sitting at home. I said, why don't I just get clippers and learn? And I got good, good enough to open up a shop. 11 months after I learned, we opened up downtown Brampton. But through that process, we needed to get information. My friend Daniel Lewis, who did Tea by Daniel, he was initially down here. He sent me over those contact informations, reached out to them, and how can the city help us as we endeavor to come into the city? What resources do you guys have? How can we leverage whatever those resources are to make our opening easier? And then there's a $5,000 grant that was out there, and that did everything, because that helped us to like add the finishing touches, which was like the chairs. So now instead of having 2 chairs, you could order 6 more. So now you could have space to hire 6 more people. Stayed down here for 7 years, grew. We survived it, and we did extremely well down there. We left because we exhausted it. We impacted our city and the community as best we can and best we knew how. And then the time just came for us to move in another direction, right? And we were ready for a new challenge in our lives, and we just decided to make that change. When it comes to Brampton and the Entrepreneurship Centre, first 2 names that roll off my tongue, Jen Vivian, Daniel Beischman. Without those 2 specifically, it would have been a bumpier ride, more turbulent ride. I can't say we wouldn't have been here, but it wouldn't have been as easy as it was without them, because they're incredible people. What they do it really well, and like we're extremely lucky to have met them and believed in their abilities to help us and stick it through. These 2 people working for the city, working for the entrepreneurs of the city, always trying to develop and to lend a helping hand. They're primarily like the greatest help that the city of Brampton has ever given us. Go out and seek the advice that you don't know. Go to your local municipality. For me, luckily, it was Brampton. Go find the people in there who are hired to help you, and they will help to vet you. They'll ask some tough questions. They will tell you and see if you're gonna do what it takes to get to where you wanna be. Talk to your friends, talk to your family, ask them. Execute on those basic ideas of resume writing or business plan writing. Because if you could undertake that, then you're serious. So that's not easy. That's not like, you're not just sitting there writing out a business plan for something that you're not hoping to accomplish. Do the hard things that you generally wouldn't do by choice. And if you're able to accomplish those things in the infancy stages of your idea, then I think that is something that you could pursue because you care about it enough to write about it. We do have partnerships right now with obviously Canada Basketball, the Toronto Argos, and the MLSE. We have a couple of events upcoming, charities. We're in discussions with like the Andrew Wiggins team to see if we could bring a group of barbers here to cut for his camp. And ChairLinks and Bartley Skills are teaming up. We're gonna be undertaking this huge adventure where we want to give 2,500 kids in the GTA free haircuts and free hair services for the calendar school year from September September to June. So each haircut will be $25 and each hair service for the lady will be $60. So our goal is to raise $100,000 to provide free haircuts for those said students who suffer from low self-esteem when their hair is not cut, low confidence. We want people to be able to go to school feeling confident about their image. And I believe grooming is like the number one cause of some of these mental health issues. Just you look at yourself in the mirror and you're not happy with what you see. And a haircut changes that. 45 minutes, I got you. Brings back your confidence. And I believe every student, every child should be going to school with the utmost confidence. And I think that every person working in an office setting or in a business should go to work looking and feeling their utmost best for optimal results.